Prabhu Nityananda
Sri Advaita
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Yadav Mahan Srimad Sudhana Bangun Langai Tegiri Sri Guru Dhinataryam Sri Caitanya Vishwaram
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the compilation of the Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled Descent of Lord Chaitanya is due to Advaita Ācārya and Haridāsa Ṭhākura. Under the section, the glories of Srila Haridāsa Ṭhākura, Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.215.
শ্রী অদ্বৈত আচার্য সহ মিলন আচার্য মিলিয়া কইলা দণ্ডবত প্রণাম অদ্বৈত আলিঙ্গন করিলা সম্মান।
Upon meeting Advaita Ācārya, Haridāsa Ṭhākura offered him respect and obeisances. Advaita Ācārya embraced him and showed respect to him in return. No, Srila Guru Maharaj.
This shows how the two Vaishnavas meet, because Haridāsa Ṭhākura was junior, Advaita Gosai was senior.
So this shows how when two Vaishnavas meet, because Haridāsa Ṭhākura was junior and Advaita Gosai was senior.
Haridāsa Ṭhākura offered his obeisances,
So Haridāsa Ṭhākura offered his obeisances, showing his respect.
Advaita Ācārya raised him and showed respect in that way.
And Advaita Ācārya embraced him and showed him respect in that way. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.216.
আচার্য কর্তৃক ঠাকুরের আনুকূল্য বিধান ও গীতা ভাগবত কীর্তন। গঙ্গা তীরে গোফা করি নির্জনে তারে দিলা ভাগবত গীতার ভক্তি অর্থ শুনাইলা।
On the bank of the Ganges, in a solitary place, Advaita Ācārya made a cave-like home for Haridāsa Ṭhākura and spoke to him about the real meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita in terms of devotional service.
Srila Prabhupada was asked which Gita to recommend.
So Srila Prabhupada was asked which Gita to recommend.
Since there are around 400 Gita in English.
Since there were about 400 Gitas in English.
And actually he could not recommend any Gita fully.
Actually, he could not recommend any Gita fully.
Some are close.
Some were close.
Generally, he couldn't recommend anyone fully
Generally, he couldn't recommend anyone fully
because they did not maintain the Bhakti devotional service focus.
because they don't maintain Bhakti Yoga or devotional service focused.
Therefore, he wrote the Bhagavad Gita as it is.
Therefore, he wrote the Bhagavad Gita as it is. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.217.
উভয়ের নিত্য কৃষ্ণ কথা সংলাপ। আচার্যের ঘরে নিত্য ভিক্ষা নির্বাহ দুইজনা মেলি কৃষ্ণ কথা সদন।
Haridāsa Ṭhākura accepted food daily at the house of Advaita Ācārya. Meeting together, the two of them would taste the nectar of discourses on the subject matter of Krishna.
They would discuss Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam
They would discuss Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam
and discuss the nectar of Lord Krishna.
and discuss the nectar of Lord Krishna.
In this way, they pass every day.
In this way, they pass every day. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila 3.218.
হরিদাসের দৈন্য উক্তি। হরিদাস কহে গোসাই করি নিবেদনে মোরে প্রয়োজনে।
Haridāsa Ṭhākura said, "My dear Advaita Ācārya, let me submit something before your honor. Every day you give me alms of food to eat. What is the necessity of this?"
Haridāsa Ṭhākura, being a mendicant,
Haridāsa Ṭhākura, being a mendicant,
he would go out and beg alms everywhere.
he can go out and beg alms everywhere.
But Advaita Gosai is feeding him every day.
But Advaita Gosai is feeding him every day.
And asking about that.
So he's asking about that. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila 3.219.
মহা বিপ্র যথা কুলীন সমাজ নিচে আদর কর না বাসহ ভয় লাজ।
Sir, you are living within a society of great brahmanas and aristocrats, but without fear or shame, you adore a lower class man like me.
Although Haridāsa Ṭhākura is a Mahabhagavat,
Although Haridāsa Ṭhākura is a Mahabhagavat,
he presented himself very humbly.
he presented himself very humbly. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila 3.220.
অলৌকিক আচার তোমার কহিতে নাই পাই ভয়, সেই কৃপা করিবা যাতে তোমার রক্ষা হয়।
My dear sir, your behavior is uncommon. Indeed, sometimes I'm afraid to speak to you, but please favor me by protecting me from the behavior of society. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. While Haridāsa Ṭhākura was staying under the care of Advaita Ācārya, he was afraid of the behavior of the society in Shantipur, Navadvip, which was full of exceedingly aristocratic Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas. Haridāsa Ṭhākura was born in a Muslim family and was later recognized as a great Vaishnava. But nevertheless, the Brahmanas were very critical of him. Thus, Haridāsa Ṭhākura was afraid that Advaita Ācārya would be put into some difficulty because of his familiarity with Haridāsa Ṭhākura. Sri Advaita Ācārya treated Haridāsa Ṭhākura as a most elevated Vaishnavas, but others like Ramachandra Khan were envious of Haridāsa Ṭhākura. Of course, we have to follow in the footsteps of Advaita Ācārya. not caring for people like Ramachandra Khan. At present, many Vaishnavas are coming to our Krishna consciousness movement from among the Europeans and Americans. And although men like Ramachandra Khan are always envious of such Vaishnavas, one should follow in the footsteps of Sri Advaita Ācārya by treating all of them as Vaishnavas, although they are not as exalted as Haridāsa Ṭhākura. Such Americans and Europeans, having accepted the principles of Vaishnava philosophy and behavior, should never be excluded from Vaishnava society.
Here, in the language, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada is expressing his open-mindedness.
So here His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is expressing his open-mindedness.
Lord Caitanya has predicted in every town and village of the world that people will be chanting his holy name.
Lord Chaitanya has predicted that in every town and village of the world, people would be chanting his holy names.
By Prabhupada's great vision, this gradually takes place.
So by Prabhupada's great vision, this gradually takes place. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.221.
জগৎগুরু লোকশিক্ষক শ্রী অদ্বৈত আচার্যের নিরপেক্ষ শাস্ত্রসম্মত বাক্য। আচার্য কহেন তুমি না করিহ ভয়, সেই আচরিব যেই শাস্ত্র মত হয়।
Advaita Ācārya replied, "My dear Haridas, do not be afraid. I shall behave strictly according to the principles of the revealed scriptures." Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Advaita Ācārya was not afraid of the strict Brahmanical culture and customs of society, as stated in the Shastric injunctions, which are the true medium of evidence or proof. One can go back to God. Anyone can go back to Godhead even if born of a low family. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita 9.32, "O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Shudras, workers, can attain the supreme destination. Though having taken a low birth in human society, one who accepts Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead is quite competent to go back home, back to Godhead. And one who is a bona fide candidate for going back to Godhead should not be considered a low-born person or Chandala." That is also a Shastric injunction, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 2.4.18. Not only the Yavanas or Kashadaya, but even those born in still lower families can be purified, Shuddhyanti, by the grace of a devotee of Lord Krishna. For Krishna empowers such devotees to perform this purification. Advaita Ācārya had confidence in the Shastric evidence and did not care about social customs. The Krishna consciousness movement, therefore, is a cultural movement that does not care about local social conventions. Following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Advaita Ācārya, we can accept a devotee from any part of the world and recognize him as a Brahmana as soon as he is qualified due to following the principles of Vaishnava behavior.
By these verses,
So by these verses,
Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam,
Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam,
We understand that taking shelter of Krishna immediately brings one up to the highest standard.
We understand that taking shelter of Krishna immediately brings one up to the highest platform.
But they can achieve the complete perfection.
So they can achieve the complete perfection.
They go to the highest destination.
They can go to the highest destination.
So, and this way, we can encourage people to take shelter of Krishna.
So in this way, we can encourage people to take shelter of Krishna.
And that is the real essence of the sutras.
And that is the real essence of the scriptures. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.222.
তুমি খাইলে হয় কুটি ব্রাহ্মণ ভোজন এত বলি সাধ্য পাত্র করাইলা ভোজন।
Feeding you is equal to feeding 10 million Brahmanas, Advaita Ācārya said. Therefore, accept this Shraddha Patra. Thus Advaita Ācārya made him eat. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Shraddha is prasadam offered to the forefathers at a certain date of the year or month. The Shraddha Patra or plate offered to the forefathers is then offered to the best of the Brahmanas in society. Instead of offering the Shraddha Patra to any other Brahmana, Advaita Ācārya offered it to Haridāsa Ṭhākura, considering him greater than any of the foremost Brahmanas. This act by Sri Advaita Ācārya proved that Haridāsa Ṭhākura was always situated in a transcendental position and was therefore always greater than even the most exalted Brahmana. For he was situated above the mode of goodness of the material world. Referring to the Bhakti Sandarbha, text 177, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura quotes the following statements from the Garuda Puran in this connection. A Brahmana qualified to offer sacrifices is better than any ordinary Brahmana. And better than such a Brahmana is one who has studied all the Vedic scriptures. Among many such Brahmanas, one who is a devotee of Lord Vishnu is the best. And among many such Vaishnavas, one who fully engages in the service of the Lord is the best. There are many different kinds of devotees, but even a Vaishnava coming from a family of Mlechas or Yavanas is understood to be learned scholar, complete in knowledge, if he knows the Vaishnava philosophy. He should therefore give charity, for such a Vaishnava is as worshipable as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Krishna says, even if a non-devotee comes from a Brahmana family and is expert in studying the Vedas, he is not very dear to me. Whereas, even if a sincere devotee comes from a low family of meat eaters, he is very dear to me. Such a sincere, pure devotee should be given charity, for he is as worshipable as I.
So here, a scripture is declaring
So here the scripture is declaring
how a devotee is considered better than a Brahmana.
how a devotee is considered better than a Brahmana.
Therefore, if someone chants Hare Krishna and follows the principles,
If someone chants Hare Krishna and follows the principles,
and studies Bhagavad Gita and other Bhakti Shastras,
and study Bhagavad Gita and other Bhakti Shastras,
he would give them the sacred thread of second initiation.
He would give them the sacred thread and second initiation. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.223.
শ্রী অদ্বৈত আচার্যের অতুলনীয় জীবে কৃপা জগৎ নিস্তার লাগি করেন চিন্তন অবৈষ্ণব জগৎ কেমনে হইবে মোচন।
Advaita Ācārya was always absorbed in thoughts of how to deliver the fallen souls of the entire world. The entire world is full of non-devotees, he thought. How will they be delivered? Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Advaita Ācārya sets the standard for Ācāryas in the Vaishnava Sampradaya. An Ācārya must always be eager to deliver the fallen souls. A person who establishes a temple or matha to take advantage of people's sentiments by using his livelihood for what people contribute for the worship of the deity cannot be called a Goswami or Ācārya. One who knows the conclusion of the Shastras, follows in the footsteps of his predecessors, and endeavors to preach the bhakti cult all over the world is to be considered an Ācārya. The role of an Ācārya is not to earn his livelihood through the income of the temple. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura used to say that if one earns his livelihood by displaying the deity in the temple, he is not an Ācārya or Goswami. It would be better for him to accept service even as a sweeper in the street, for that is more honorable means of earning one's living.
We were establishing lotus feet of Lord Caitanya and Rahakunda, Ṭhākura.
So we were establishing the lotus feet of Lord Caitanya in Radhakunda and Shyamkunda.
Because of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura's strong preaching.
And because of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura's strong preaching,
They didn't want to have us mention his name.
they didn't want us to have us to mention his name.
So he was very much against the professionalism
He was very much against the professionalism,
of showing deities and taking money.
showing deities and taking money.
He wanted people to engage in loving devotion, but not ulterior motive.
He wanted people to engage in loving devotion, but not ulterior motives. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.224.
আচার্যের কৃষ্ণ আরাধন। কৃষ্ণে অবতারিতে অদ্বৈত প্রতিজ্ঞা করিলাম, তুলসী দিয়া পূজা করিতে লাগিলাম।
Determined to deliver all the fallen souls, Advaita Ācārya decided to cause Krishna to descend. With this vow, he began to offer Ganges water and tulsi leaves to worship the Lord.
Advaita saying that since his name meant non-different,
So Advaita is saying that since his name meant non-difference,
he would bring the Lord down, because only Krishna could give out love of Krishna.
he was bringing the Lord down because only Krishna could give out love of Krishna.
And since the people were very materialistically conditioned,
Since the people were very materialistically conditioned,
to require the special mercy of Lord Krishna,
they required the special mercy of Lord Krishna.
by Advaita Ācārya's prayers,
So by Advaita Ācārya's prayers,
Lord Caitanya descended.
Lord Caitanya descended. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.225.
হরিদাসের নাম কীর্তন। হরিদাস করে গুফায় নাম সংকীর্তন, কৃষ্ণ এই তার মন।
Similarly, Haridāsa Ṭhākura chanted in his cave on the bank of the Ganges with the intention of causing Krishna's descent.
So we see how Brahma Haridāsa
Here we see how Brahma
performing his Sankirtan, desiring the Lord to descend.
he was performing his Sankirtan, desiring the Lord to descend. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 3.226.
উভয়ের আহ্বানে জীব উদ্ধারার্থ কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য অবতার ও নাম প্রেম বিতরণ দ্বারা সর্বজগৎ উদ্ধার। দুইজনের ভক্তে চৈতন্য কইলা অবতার, নাম প্রেম প্রচার কইলা জগৎ উদ্ধার।
Because of the devotional service of these two persons, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended as an incarnation. Thus he preached the holy name of the Lord and ecstatic love of Krishna to deliver the entire world.
So here we see Advaita Ācārya and Haridāsa Ṭhākura by their strong devotion
So here we see how Haridāsa Ṭhākura and Advaita Ācārya, by their strong devotion
and intense desire, brought the Lord Caitanya down into the world as an avatar.
and intense desire brought Lord Chaitanya down to this world as an incarnation, avatar.
So, in this way, to deliver the people of the world,
So in this way, to deliver the people of the world,
Lord Caitanya descended
Lord Chaitanya had descended
with his associates.
with his associates. Thus ends the chapter entitled Descent of Lord Chaitanya is due to Advaita Ācārya and Haridāsa Ṭhākura. Advaita Ācārya ki, Brahma Haridāsa Ṭhākura ki, Guru Maharaj ki, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
So dear devotees, today is also the birthday of our Gopati Krishna Das, who is very dear to Guru Maharaj and who is the repeater of everyday Lord Chaitanya compilation. And he is also assisting Guru Maharaj in e-care. I mean, he is committed to assist. So, Guru Maharaj welcomes one and all to his virtual book table from Sridhar Mayapur. So before that, devotees, those who are attending this wonderful transcendental Leela of Lord Chaitanya, kindly convey this important participation of this Leela to others and invite others to this particular class. It's also available in Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, live. And those who are engaged in their services or duties, or due to the geographical time difference, they cannot attend the live, they can always see it after the class also. Welcome to the virtual book table of Guru Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada wrote to Rameshwara on January 1, 1975. If we simply speak nicely to a person and tried sincerely to get him to take the book, he will take it. Why should we adopt unfair means? We should not do anything which will create a bad impression or make us unpopular. People are after these books. They are hankering for them. We don't need to use a cheating method. I never had to use any cheating method when I first began. I simply presented the real thing basically, and practically speaking, everything that is done sincerely for Krishna's satisfaction is perfect. Jai Srila Prabhupada. As you know, Guru Maharaj has to distribute 10,000 Maha Big books and 100,000 small books every month. It's a monthly contribution. As per the Srila Prabhupada's one of the many instructions, personal instructions to Guru Maharaj. Also, Srila Prabhupada told Guru Maharaj to work through his assistants. So with your assistance, through the Guru Maharaj's virtual table, book table, the book distribution is going on. And last year, we managed to reach that target. Haribol! This year also, we are hoping that we can assist Guru Maharaj in the same way. I would like to make an announcement that since 1st October, ISKCON BBT has increased the prices of all the books. Current prices of the books are Bhagavatam set is 9,000 rupees INR. Caitanya Charitamrita set is 2,600 rupees INR. Bhagavad Gita is 270 rupees INR, and small books are 30 rupees each INR. From now, books will be collected at this price. The following fortunate devotees participated in the pastime of Guru Maharaj in distributing books today. Rati Malini Devidasi, who was Reena from Bangalore, was recently initiated. 42 Bhagavad Gita and 433 small books for her birthday tomorrow. It's a perfect 1:10 ratio as Guru Maharaj needs the assistance. Lokapalika Radha Devidasi, 1 Chaitanya Charitamrita set from Guru Maharaj physical book table right behind you. There is a physical book table right behind you for all those who are present physically, and it's meant only for you and nobody else. So please do visit before you leave. And from the physical book table, we have Govindas 1 Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada Life History 1, Saurabh Agarwal Kolkata 5 Bhagavad Gita. Then we have Toshan Krishnadas 1 Bhagavad Gita, Kasadesh 4 Bhagavad Gita. Our Nitya Sevach Prahlad Krishnadas every day 1 Bhagavad Gita, Charani Devidasi and her daughter 1 Bhagavad Gita, Balachandra Channa, Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi, Balavrinda 2 small book, Mahendra Bhegal, wife and his wife Shivani, kids Nikita and Ritika, 1 Bhagavad Gita and 2 small books. So Guru Maharaj is distributing 62 Maha Big books, 437 small books, a total of 499 Srila Prabhupada Transcendental book, including 1 Chaitanya Charitamrita set. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental book distribution ki jai. These devotees get a special Narasimha Puja in a few hours from now in Sridham Mayapur. All of you devotees also bless them by calling out Nitai Gauranga. Please pause on this wonderful opportunity of participating in the pastime of Guru Maharaj in distributing Srila Prabhupada books. Even if it's a single Bhagavad Gita or just a few small books, please call anytime our Guru Maharaj virtual table at +91 94 34 76 04 02. Stay tuned for tomorrow's Lord Chaitanya class. And of course, our prayers include for all those who are celebrating their anniversaries today for their well-being and blissful Krishna consciousness. So please chant along with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Guru Maharaj will be right back in a few minutes. So meanwhile, maybe you would like to visit the physical book table, please do so. Thank you very much.
So what is name? Tapesh Upadhyay. So he's taking shelter, right? Spotlight him. So if you are, yeah, so you are taking, right? Thumbs up. If you are taking, shows thumbs up. Okay, yeah. So we'll chant the mantra now. So just please repeat after me. Om Agyana Timirandasya. Oh, Nama O Vishnu Padaya. Krishna Preshaya Bhutale. Srimate Jayapataka. Swami Niti Namine. Nama Ācārya Padaya. Nitai Kripa Pradayine. Gaura Katha Dhamadaya. Nagara Gramatarine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya. Krishna Preshaya Bhutale. Srimate Bhakti Vedanta. Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve. Spotlight him. Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha Sunyavadi. Paschatya Deshatarine. Esha Pushpanjali. Srila Jayapataka Swami Gurave Namaha. So you can offer flowers at Guru Maharaj's lotus feet. And fill the form. And where are you from? All your, please submit all your details. No. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. Yeah, so Guru Maharaj is blessing all those who are present physically and virtually.
Krishna Mate Astu.
Krishnir Matir Astu. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Tanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.